citrus was started by the Spaniards 400 years ago in the St. Augustine area, and has been coming south ever since. And I think this is the last frontier, by the way, in Florida for citrus. In other words, there's no other area in South Florida that would really be that suitable for citrus. So this is it.
As the IFAS citrus extension agent for 5 counties in southwest Florida, Ed Holcomb is very familiar with the citrus industry's big move to the southwest. Holcomb says the move southward was inevitable given the number of devastating freezes in more northern Florida counties and urbanization in what once were big citrus communities.
When I first went in the field, Pinellas County was an important citrus county. And today there's just a token acreage there. Orange County, where I was raised, was a very, very important citrus county up until recent times. And now there are many groves in Orange County that even today are just being held on to by families that choose to not put the land to other uses at this time. The land would be more valuable for some other purpose. And groves are being converted to subdivisions every year.
As new growers move in, Holcomb says so must the people who provide support to the industry.
The center of the citrus industry is definitely continuing to move south, which means that the center of the processing facilities and all of the supply facilities, the fertilizer plants, the plants that make the cardboard cartons that the citrus is shipped in, all of those things, just a myriad of products. The center of all of that must shift to the south.
We know, for example, that as more and more citrus moves to market, we are going to need better roads. As more and more citrus needs to be harvested, we're going to need more and more farm workers to assist with that. We are going to need more facilities that will supply some of the input needs, such as our fertilizers and our agrochemicals and the other inputs needed to grow citrus.
Researchers with the Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences will soon conduct a study to analyze the economic impact of agriculture on South Florida to help give county and agricultural leaders much needed information about infrastructure needs and land values for the area.
I'm a 5th generation Floridian. I came from up in the central part of Florida in Lake County, a town called Leesburg. My family was in the citrus business up there. My dad started all the groves after the war when he came home from the war. And it's entirely different up there than it is down here. Well, the thing that we don't do here on this farm is we haven't drilled any wells into the aquifer, nor do we discharge any water to the Caloosahatchee River or into Lake Okeechobee. We take all of our own water and filter it through these retention ponds that you saw. A lot of and this is a new generation of farming here. We're very keenly aware of this.
Chops Hancock operates what he refers to as a 6,500-acre high-tech grove. In other words, a citrus grove carefully designed to utilize the latest in irrigation technology. The system helps conserve water, which is a highly valued and regulated commodity in South Florida.
When I came to this part of the state, I brought with me the knowledge of how to grow an orange tree. I had absolutely no knowledge of how to deal with the water, pumping stations, reservoirs, this much wildlife. So I've had to learn how to deal with it and how to protect it. And we are as proud of our irrigation system that we have here and our reservoirs and all the wildlife that we've protected as we are the groves.
Chops Hancock's high-tech grove has attracted visitors from as far away as Japan, Czechoslovakia, and Poland. Researchers from the Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences will soon be spending time on citrus groves in southwest Florida to gather data for a 2-year, $500,000 study commissioned by the South Florida Water Management District.
Well, there's been so much new citrus that it's something that we felt we needed to look at carefully, because there are so many permits coming before our board concerning conversion of land to citrus culture in this region. Our board was not entirely comfortable with their level of knowledge of the impacts of citrus development.
The study is basically going to start with a historical overview of the area, go back in time maybe 50 years to back when this area was quite undeveloped, and look at the changes that have taken place in terms of development up to the present time, and look at how much growth has come in now, and then through my study possibly how much growth may come in the future. And once that is studied, then they will commence with the wildlife portion, actually studying the different species both within groves that are already developed and then in areas that have not been developed and are pretty much in their native state. And certain species will be chosen for the study as far as, I think, more like what is actually there, maybe not how much is there, but actually the diversity of the species that are found in both the citrus groves and also in the non-developed areas.
This operation here was an improved pasture cattle operation prior to us planting citrus. And actually what we've done is take the cows off the property and add trees, literally, because we still have grass between the rows of trees. We have grass in our swells and our irrigation systems. We have grass in our retention ponds. So actually we have more cover for the wildlife than we did prior to planting citrus. And working every day in the grove, we've seen a significant increase in the small animals and as well as the predators to those small animals since the inception of planting our grove as compared to cattle pasture.
It's hard to say whether an orange tree is just the same as an oak tree to a panther, but it's certainly true that a lot of this wildlife is somewhat flexible. You do not have to have a completely pristine natural system to support wildlife, and so some wildlife is compatible with citrus development, certainly.
Water management and wildlife habitat conservation are just two of the important issues citrus growers moving south must deal with. But also on the top of the priority list is marketing their own fruit. As one well-known grower put it, just about anyone can grow it, pick it, and pack it, but a grower has to be able to sell it. And growers in southwest Florida are working hard to establish a marketing strategy for their fruit that they can call their own. I'm Donna Green-Townsend reporting for Florida File.